Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Freelancer on Rocket Rabbit Commentaries, and in this episode we're going to be attempting to finish the raid on Takage with as we fly with the Blood Dragons, led by Lieutenant Ozu.
Seems like he is expecting an attack. We're flying to a nearby outpost of the Blood Dragons. I'm uploading the coordinates. Mr. Trent,
the Vampire Dragons. Yeah.
A Vampire Dragon is a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
It also is a Magic the Gathering card.
Now I don't actually remember
dragon.
if we have a Grand Drac card in Digimon or not, but I don't think that Grand Drac actually qualifies as a Vampiric Dragon.
maybe we're lucky.
Where do dragons come from?
This is Lieutenant Ozu. Lieutenant,
Was it mankind's fascination with reptilians and decided, boy, wouldn't you be more ferocious if only you were bigger?
It wasn't
wings.
exactly imagination, though, specifically. There, even early on in the medieval period, we were, studying amphibians and the world around us, and that is what led us to the discovery of a salamander behavior of nestling in coal, and the reason why salamanders do that is because their bodies, require an external heat source in order to actually relegate their own internal body temperatures.
Wow, I actually did not know that. You could see that mankind's dealings with the other creatures on Earth actually had promulgated one of the most popular legends of all time, which is the legend of the dragon.
Alright, so... yes, we are actually part of the Blood Dragon's assault force for this mission, which is really good and also really confusing, because we are not actually fighting any more dudes than normal. It's just that we have more dudes flying alongside us.
So, does that mean the probability, because we have a lot more health bars flying around us on our side, does that mean that we stand to get game overs more often?
Well, we don't actually have... that's what I was actually getting at. We don't actually have more enemies attacking us, to be perfectly honest. We usually are still in combat with roughly 2 or 3 dudes at once. And because Ozu's lieutenants are not Ozu and his strike team are not actually relevant to the outcome of this mission, they can die off during this assault and not actually impact the rest of the mission effectively at all, which is a small narrative dissonant point, but it's actually very important that happens simply because of what we end up doing next.
So we want our teammates to stay alive because then they can help us with the rest of the objectives that come after this before we get to the next, save point / let's go to the shop point.
Or, well, very specifically so that they can, help us with this segment, and I think they actually go back to Ryoku after this segment.
Ryoku Field. It's a trap card that says negate the activation and effect of a spell card that specifically targets one monster and destroy that card.
We don't have any time to waste. Let's go.
Okay, no, they are going to fly with us over to Takage's base. So I've mentioned it a couple times in previous parts that we are about to get into some high sci-fi concepts. This is one of them. Welcome to the Arc Base.
Once one of the wonders
Oh, this looks like something out of Borderlands, the pre-sequel.
of deceit and evil. Dragons.
Welcome to the vault.
It is technically a vault because there is really important stuff in here, but the most important thing that we have to do here specifically is we have to take down the shield generators in order to actually land on Takage's base. But in order to actually survive the approach, we need to actually take down a couple of the gunboats first.
as we find many times in the order of operations, is shoot down the dudes first and then fly through the places second.
Make your run. We lost another ship. Ozu, you have to get into the arch now. We can't hold them back.
We're trying, damn it.
Ready to assist.
Must enter forbidden bubble.
These gunboats at all costs. Understood. Long live the blood dragons.
There's the shield generator with its 20,000 health points.
Yes, 20,000 health points, and I didn't bring any missile launchers, so.
Oh, thank God, we could just stay in place.
We can't actually stay in place. We are, you know, going in reverse at the moment, but.
You have to hurry. We got the first one.
Jeez, I wish Star Fox would let me just do that.
Dude,
so I
if
didn't
Star
have to
Fox allowed
fly
you
by.
to actually go into fucking reverse, oh man, that would be so helpful, especially during a lot of the rail bosses.
Right?
Okay, almost there. But yes, you
Forcing the game to be
you
good
do
at
have to
something
take
other
down
than
all
what it's
4
good at.
shield generators in order to actually make it aboard Takage's base. You'll notice, however, that the archway actually has cannons on it. And because I am out of shield batteries, I would like to go and take down some of the fighters in an attempt to get more shield batteries, but doing so is a waste of time. As is shooting the cannons, because we can't actually kill the cannons.
Oh, because they don't have health bars.
Yep.
That's why. Son of a. Well, that's new. Is usually if a thing can deal damage to us, we can destroy it in return, whether it's debris or another ship. And now, no. The only way to get rid of the cannons is to advance the game first by destroying the shield generators. So really, it's the shield generator's health bar that tells you how long those guns are going to be firing.
More or less, yeah. As past Gerdat mentions here, I technically don't know if you can kill the turrets, but I assume not, because that's not how health bars for most boats in the game work. The hard points themselves, are technically, we almost explodificated.
Good work. I will meet you on the deck.
Reminds me of a Paper Mario problem, actually, is how do you defeat an invincible opponent? Because there are a couple of those in the game. And in Paper Mario 2, Thousand Year Door as well. So, what if what you really need for your 11th hour superpower is the health bar assignment machine? You can't destroy me if I don't have a health bar. So what the health bar assignment machine does is it gives you a health bar that you can proceed to take damage is now specifically linked to your life signs. When your health bar runs out, you're dead.
Some plan. Just shoot everything. I could have done that myself.
Yeah, but Trent, you would have been alone, and unfortunately, you would not have survived the attack alone, so.
Yeah. I mean, as much as it's cool that these guys are, like, holding guns and stuff like this, I feel like I'm getting set up to have, like, a freaking random-ass third-person shooter experience right in the middle of my flight simulator.
Thankfully, we don't actually get to play through this cutscene, but at the same point, it would have been interesting to play through this.
It felt like... I felt like I was being egged on to believe something that wasn't about to happen, and I turned out to be right. It's a tease, really.
The Proteus tome.
Do you think that this game? Do you think this game would have actually had a decent third-person shooting system? I mean, it is 2003.
Now for
I mean, like if you turn the boat into a person and you turned outer space into a bar room, sure, absolutely, because the game's been letting us do that this entire time.
locked.
It would just look a little weird for your character flying around the room like that, though.
So we have been gassed, and we have already placed our saboteur explosive, Mr. Cloud.
Now they're gonna tie us down to a chair, strip us naked, and torture us for the next hour.
Not strip us.
All right, because then they would have to change the textures on the character models.
Breathtaking, isn't it?
No, so far Trent just has one costume, and he never takes it off.
Like this. You and your dragon friend here have broken into my home. and killed my servants.
I'm pretty sure Takage is actually a relatively famous voice actor, but I can't place him.
Why?
Tell that to Takage.
Why? No, no.
Gentlemen, there's no need for
I wouldn't want anything
violence.
bad to happen to you.
I think he's actually one of the mob bosses from the TMNT series.
Leave us.
And Ozu still has the
What's to keep
detonator.
me from killing you right now and taking the tome?
I think I'm more than a match for the two of you. On the other hand, maybe I should.
Look at this guy's fat guy neck. Oh shit.
Sleeve swords.
Ozu!
No, he had his hand on the button, and the knife is sticking out through the back of the chair. That's good. That's a great detail.
You're going to tell me what I want.
Magical Fat Man also has eyes of power.
But Cloud, we're sci-fi. We're not straight fantasy.
Oh, this is getting sci-fi as fuck. But then he miraculously came back to life.
Not back
Now
to life.
that is fantasy.
Not back to life. He's just actively dying, and instead of being dead at the moment, he's going to use his last ounce of strength in order to
Slow motion jump through the gate.
detonate the explosives.
Yeah, Fat Man is still alive.
I mean, we don't actually encounter Takage again, but yes, Fat Man is still alive.
Because I mean, the guy's eyes were glowing, for God's sake. There's no way a simple class 4 explosive can take him out.
Okay, run away!
Coordinates. Hurry.
Gotta run all the way to the space.
Yeah. So you may notice that our ship is almost entirely destroyed, and yet we have no more shield batteries. We're not. We are not allowed to restock before we leave Takage's base. So.
What the? My radar showing you enemies.
All right, people, here we go.
Hey, Junie.
All escorts engage.
Yay,
Trent, I need help over here.
Junie's back.
We are on our way to your position.
Acknowledge.
Fly to
Trent,
Junie.
watch yourself.
She's waiting for you.
All right. So now we have more Rhineland gunboats to take down. Also, a bunch of Rhineland fighters as well.
They have teamed up to take out a common enemy.
And there's the gunboat I'm after.
I've been waiting for this moment.
I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Hold on. Come on, stay behind the gunboat.
So I gotta deal with you, gunboat and game developers. If you decrease the size of the health bar, you can deal more damage to me in return. Sound good?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really like that course of power creep, because when it comes to the gunboat specifically, the gunboats aren't that tanky. 5,000 HP, and look at how much additional fire support we've got.
I suppose I had underestimated how much extra damage we have access to because we're rolling with a posse right now.
Wait, where's Ozu?
Ozu didn't make it, Junie.
Oh yeah, that's right. He got the knife stuck in him,
How?
and he almost died as a result of his injuries.
We only know a few things about them.
And then he blew himself up, so then he was actually dead, and is definitely not coming back.
Slowly infiltrating the colonies. It appears that they are mostly targeting high-ranking government and military officials. Takage was one of these people.
So yeah, we are officially getting the major plot twist that not only are extraterrestrial life forms entirely real, they have been slowly infiltrating the political upper echelons for the past several years, and that's why most of the conflict across all the systems is happening.
Mr. Trent, please go first.
It's always the goddamn aliens.
Now, to be perfectly honest, the precursor plotline is a bit confusing, mostly because we're going to be talking over a bunch of the cutscenes that attempt and fail to explain it. But even when it is fully explained in-game, it's...
Lord Hakuna, what is going on?
It's more confusing
How
than
long
it should
have you known
be.
about these nomads?
Sorry, the Nomad storyline,
Before we
yeah.
ever met, the Order was founded to protect us from the nomads. About 2 months ago, a Rhineland expedition to an uncharted planet found something. Soon after that,
This guy has a good
positions in the
voice.
Rhineland government were
I
replaced,
like his voice.
and Rhineland's politics became more and more aggressive. We believe these nomads attempted to infiltrate the Liberty government when
Once
Ambrose
upon a
Yoshi
time.
visited Manhattan. We had to prevent this at all costs, which is why
Now we've arrived at the
Kyoto.
fruition of their plan. They are possessing every man who has a weight exceeding 300 pounds or more, and forcing lights to spew from their eyes with electricity but no real power except really, really good handling of
our
blades.
mission was successful. We have the Proteus tome and Lord Takage is dead. But we paid a high price for this.
Yes, we paid a very high price. We lost Ozu, dang it.
Understood. Long live the dragons. His sacrifice was not in vain.
Yeah, you guys are really trying to sell me that we killed Magical Fat Man. I'm still pretty convinced that that dude is coming after us.
No,
with
Takage.
all of
Takage
his
is
sins.
dead. The actual threat behind Takage is not.
Oh, of course.
I mean,
Oh,
Takage's
I mean,
been dead
we
for
already,
months now.
That is self-evident. The game is still going. Surely there is still something to do with all this preparation for flying in space dogfight-style combat. We shall not have practiced all these hours in vain.
I mean, we actually have effectively practiced all these hours in vain simply because of what the rest of the story campaign, rest of the story missions effectively are.
More sacrifices are being made than you will ever hear in the news. Men like Ozu are dying every day.
Can you really be so callous about him being killed like that?
We have to, Trent.
Well, I didn't. Why didn't anyone tell me?
What?
Well, I mean, to be fair, he killed himself. He was alive when he pushed the detonator.
Against something that was more powerful than our own hubris? Would that have helped? That's why the Order was formed, Trent. The peace we are fighting for. That's why it was so important for you and brave
Peace?
Ozu to get
Peace?
that thing at all costs.
I want
'Cause
money.
It's important to the nomads.
Because now we run into another problem is, if there's no conflict, then how does Trent, the freelancer slash mercenary, get any dough?
Trade routes, Mr. Cloud, trade routes. In the next episode, we'll continue on with, well, we're officially locked into the story mission, so more story missions. Be safe, everybody.
Yay.